guys. Okay, I'm going to be doing some color swatches today and talking about building upon what it is that came before. So last week I had in the newsletter, I showed the video of me taking some risks on these lower risk pieces and learning some things about experimenting and learning some new things that I wanted to take into larger work. So today, before I do that, I'm going to be doing some color studies. And if you know me, you know I'm not a fan of traditional color theory because I'd rather play with color and choose color that I want to use rather than having a plan for color and then using color that way. It's a little easier for me intuitively to just have my color sitting there and I can mix and play with color to see what I like or don't like. What I was thinking for my next series, which like I said was play off of these, this is kind of the plan. But then what I want to do is go larger, but I want to use different colors. So I'm experimenting today with colors that might excite me, something that I want, that I can grab hold of for that new series that will be to come. So I pulled out my sketchbook because I like to record my color findings. And as I looked through here, I realized there were some colors that are just really, this is old, but I thought, well, hey, this is a nice color palette. I love that. This was just playing around. And then this, I could do something with that. There's a few things in here, which is why it's good to record your findings, because you can look back on them, on some of the stuff in here that might excite you. Again. Anyhow, I was kind of wanting to, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, some not so great. I saw this piece and kind of thought, wow, that's kind of neat the way that looks. This was just a playtime. All of it is just playtime. So this is where you kind of jumpstart your experimenting with, looking at some of the older things, looking at some of your older work or whatever. But anyway, today I kind of wanted to look at neutrals. Not that, I don't know that that's what I'll do with this next series, but I'm in that play around stage. I looked at this and I thought, oh, it's just neat to see some neutrals against white and black. I have all kinds of different ways that I just laid. This is really pretty, this red against this green. All kinds of ways I just use my sketchbook in order to record ideas, and then I'll go back to them. There's some beautiful greens here if I felt like going with greens, but I think I'm going to go with neutrals, and if I don't do that, I may use one of these color palettes. So I'll get a fresh sheet of paper here so I can put a few things, lay a few things down, maybe here. So anyway, I've got my wax paper. I've got some colors here that I think I can do neutrals with, and I'm not really sure because I've not done this ever before. But I'm thinking this is kind of an orange, so I'm going to put a blue with it and see what that will do. Oh, please don't be dried up. Oh, it's dried up. Let's see if I can poke it. So all in the name of experimenting and seeing if I can get something going that is exciting to me and new and fresh. This is really dry. So I'm talking about neutrals. Trying out kind of some crazy colors and see what kind of neutrals I can get. Now if you wanted to use, that's a nice neutral. If you wanted to use this in a color palette, you could take some of the blue you could add white. Maybe mix a little bit of lavender in with that blue color. Like a periwinkle. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so this combination right here, I really, really, really love those colors. So I would use that in a painting. So I didn't know that before today. I did not know that existed. So this is what I'm trying to say with traditional color versus intuitive color. You're practicing, experimenting with what you have to create palettes that are pleasing to you. And really that is so much more fun than traditional color theory. Now there's of course values. Well, with this we have a light, a medium, and this could be your dark. You could make this even a little bit darker. So the values are so much more important than color. So no matter what color you use, even if you're doing color theory, you need, in a painting you need to have a light, a medium, and a dark color. You need to have those values in your paint, in your work. So anyway, back to my experimenting with neutrals. Do you see how just in experimenting you will come up with your you will come up with things that you love. You will find your way in experimenting. Not so crazy about these two blues with this, but the blue with the lavender allowed me to get this periwinkle color that I love. But I still want to explore more neutrals. You can see that this could be an entire day you could spend doing this. Be sure you see that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. This is kind of a yellow. I think it's yellow ochre deep. So it's a kind of a yellow, and I'm gonna, because it's complements, I'm gonna mix purple with it and see if I can come up with a neutral that way. It'll be a kind of a light neutral, I think. These are odd colors, and so I just love to see what they'll do. See what a little bit of gray in that will do. I don't love that. I don't love it at all. I like this better. Yeah, I like that better. Let's see what the lavender looks like against that. Pretty. Okay, let's get back to my neutrals. And let me get another couple of pieces of paper here. It's got to dry a little bit. This is good enough. Maybe I'll use this. Okay, so back to what I was wanting to do. I'm going to try some gray with this raw sienna. I'm trying colors that I never use. Trying unusual colors. I never use raw sienna. That's a kind of a neat brownish gray. Let's see what a little red would do in that. As you all know, I love these fluorescent colors. adding white. That's neat. I'm not crazy about these colors, but they would make a nice palette. This is that gray, my gray, mid-gray with that purple. This purple. Beautiful, rich gray. Really pretty. Let's add white. Really pretty. They're pretty grays because they have that little bit of purple in them. And then I'm going to use the pure gray with some white and put that next to this, see what that does. So these are, let's see, more white. These are all, I would say, kind of on the cool side. So if I want to have a neutral that is a little bit warmer, I would put the sienna in. I would grab the sienna maybe. Or maybe I'd put this red in there. Let's see what that'll do. Just because I like it. So I'll go with that red with the white. Kind of a pink. A little bit of the gray. Let's see. Let's mix up everything we've got here together. too much the same. Pretty. I tend to go for the lavenders and cool colors. I see that in myself for sure. So I think I might use those colors then when I go to do my series. Gray, more gray. And then the straight color, straight purple. And the straight purple with white. Running out of room, guys. I like that. I like it because it's cooler tones. I'm drawn to warm colors too. I don't know, maybe today's just a cool tone day. I don't know. But anyway, I've got the lights, I've got the mediums, I've got the darks. It would make a great palette. But I'm going to continue off camera and experiment more with the neutrals. I still kind of feel like I want to go there. I really love neutrals, and I like to see a whole entire painting with just neutrals. Darks and lights. Neutrals and darks and lights, not really any color. So I kind of want to experiment with that off the camera. So I hope that was fun for you guys, and I'll see you next week.